Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. We are going to do a super quick and simple card just to show how to use the stamps and that. I've got a strawberry slush card base. I've got a granny apple green 5 1/4 by 4 and then a 5 by 3 3/4 basic white. So I've cut out a little bauble topper out of the silver heat embossed paper that I did. And this bauble, if you cut it with the die, you get this edge up here. But if you turn it around and don't cut it with the die, but just turn the stamp around, you can use the little bauble on top. And then you've got a round instead of kind of a heart-shaped base. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to stamp the base in Granny Apple Green. So this is the base and it needs to go this way up, so kind of point to the top. We're going to stamp that right in the middle in Granny Apple Green, and this is going to be super simple. I don't think I'm going to put, there's no folder that goes with this or anything, so I'm just going to close that up. I will need it again in a bit, but I'm going to come in with my strawberry slush and I'm going to use the detail stamp. I'm going to ink that up. And I need to turn this so that I can line it up properly. And we're just going to stamp that down like that. Okay. And then we're going to take the fill-in stamp. We're going to ink it up, stamp it away so we've got second value. And then please don't mind my hair in the frame as I line this up. There we go. There we go. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to do the happy. So I'm doing Happy Christmas. So I'm just going to stamp happy right there. And then I'm going to use the green and I'm going to stamp Christmas. Now let's see the magic of lining things up, if I can actually line this up. So Happy Christmas, and I'm crooked. But what you can do to fix that is you can stamp Happy Christmas on another piece and put it over top. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find, here's an offcut that I have used. So let's just go ahead and do that again. This is how you fix an oops. So I'm just going to put Christmas down like that. Then I'm going to pull the happy back out. And we're going to ink this up. And we're going to pop it down. So there we go. That is much better. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this at an angle here and cut it at an angle here like that. And then we're going to put some dimensionals on it. I'll pop 3 in like this. So this was going to be super simple stamping, but I messed this piece up. So we're fixing it, and it's that easy to do. So we're just going to lay this right over top of the oops like that. Just adds a little bit of detail, and you can absolutely color around the edge if you want. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to take the little silver piece that I die cut out, and then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to close this ink pad because I will put something down in it, probably my finger. Okay. And you can use glue, you can use any adhesive. I have these adhesive dots left over from my paper pumpkin kits. And see, we've got the point up here. I'm just going to pop this right down like that. So we've got that there like that. Now, if you wanted to, you could heat emboss the Happy Christmas in silver and really kind of pick it up a little bit if you wanted to. There are so many ways that you can like raise this card from just a super basic, simple stamping kind of to that avid level, just by adding different details. You could put a string in here over the top, but again, I just wanted to, you know, create a super quick, super simple card just to introduce the stamp set. You've probably already watched the introduction video, but I wanted to show another way to use the stamp, and that smaller filial instead of the larger one. So we're just going to pop this down. Again, it's a standard North American card base and a 5 1/4 by 4 piece of the Granny Apple Green, and then a 5 by 3 3/4 piece of basic white. I'm just going to pull in and see if there's any bling that I want to use. And actually this bling probably will work, but I'm going to use this. The traditional Christmas or the traditional sequins will work, but I really, really like these holographic resin dots. They are a favorite of mine, and one of the reasons I like them is because they're kind of green and pink. So again, the little things that you add really make the card pop. So super simple. Happy Christmas. I've used the bauble stamp the other way up and put the smaller filial on the top. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos this week.